Thinking about setting up an infant classroom? You're in the right place. In this video, we'll break down the average costs for furnishing a space for 8 infants ages 6 weeks to 12 months old. From cribs and bottle warmers to changing stations and engaging toys, we'll give you ballpark prices to help you budget, prioritize, and shop with confidence. Let's take a look at what it really takes to create a cozy, nurturing space for your youngest learners. Your classroom needs a designated space to store diaper bags and other personal belongings for each infant. To accommodate your classroom of 8 infants, you will need to provide 8 separate cubbies or lockers for personal storage. While many variables affect pricing, like materials, sizes, and configurations, you can expect to pay anywhere between $400 and $700 for the storage needs for your infant classroom. You want to make sure all of the children's needs are met by the seats and tables you choose. Once they can sit up unassisted, infants can use tables and appropriately sized chairs for mealtime and activities like art and simple puzzles. For infants, you will want a chair that has a seat 5 inches high to go under a table that has a height of 12 inches from the ground. To find the proper size chair for the children you serve, budget around $800 to $1,200 to cover the cost of tables and seating options in your preschool classroom. Infants' feeding needs range from bottles to pureed baby food to their first solid foods, such as steamed green beans. With such a wide range of needs, it is imperative to make sure your classroom is well equipped to nourish all 8 infants in your classroom. You will want a bottle warmer, sippy cups, soft-tipped infant spoons, plates and bowls, and toddler silverware. Include infant feeding chairs for the early stages before a child can sit up by themselves, and prepare for inevitable messiness by investing in bibs, washcloths, and burp cloths. Altogether, you can expect your feeding area to come to anywhere between $1,000 and $1,400. Infants typically need 2 naps per day, although their sleep schedules are as unique as they are. So investing in safe and comfortable sleep solutions should be a priority. For a classroom of 8 infants, you will need a crib for each child, ensuring that at least 2 of the cribs are equipped for emergency evacuations. You will also need fitted sheets for each crib to provide comfort and mattress protection from diapering accidents or sickness. Depending on the materials and type of crib you choose, you can estimate that it will cost between $3,000 and $4,800 for the sleeping area of your classroom. Budget for comfortable glider chairs for teachers to rock and soothe infants. You will want to find child-friendly gliders that don't risk pinching tiny fingers and come with rounded safety corners and easy-to-clean surfaces. Depending on what type of glider you choose and how many you want in your classroom, you can expect to spend between $500 and $1,000. When your classroom is full of infants crawling and learning to pull themselves up, carpets aren't just for visual aesthetics. They provide essential safety padding on classroom flooring and also help absorb loud noises. Larger carpets are perfect for areas like a cozy reading nook or indoor active play area, while smaller carpets and runners fit best in learning centers like block play. Depending on variables like room size and what kind of material your carpets are made of, a reasonable estimate for carpets for your classroom is between $800 and $1,200. It is important that your classroom is properly equipped to deal with the hygienic needs of infants. For a classroom of 8 infants, you will need at least 1 sturdy diaper changing table. To maximize storage in your diapering area, consider a wall-hanging diaper storage unit to keep the infants' diapers sorted and tidy. You will also need a diaper pail to dispose of soiled diapers in a sanitary fashion, and a starter supply of disposables like paper table linings, wipes, gloves, and trash bags. Remember, you will have to restock the consumables regularly. To set up your diapering station, you can expect to pay between $2,000 and $2,500. Infants thrive when they are engaged in environments that support physical, cognitive, and emotional development. While infant classrooms are more fluid and caregiver-guided than older classrooms, thoughtfully arranged learning areas still play a crucial role in supporting development. Make sure you have learning centers that are designed to support exploration, sensory engagement, and the development of early foundational skills. You will want several storage solutions for each of your learning centers. Think about the practical application of storage units for each center's unique needs, like having a cushioned bench with cubbies that can double as both seating and book storage in a reading nook. A 5-compartment shelf would be appropriate for the block play center. You can expect to pay between $1,500 and $1,800. Storage containers like baskets, organizers, and bins are a perfect solution for keeping classroom materials such as rattles, soft play, felt blocks, and teether toys neat and tidy. A fully stocked infant classroom with a mixture of storage containers can, depending on the materials and classroom aesthetics, cost anywhere from $600 to $1,000. It's never too early to instill a love of literacy in young children. For infants, a cozy book area is the perfect introduction to the wonderful world of reading. This area should include soft supporting structures like boppy pillows or a sit-up chair, book storage, and sturdy age-appropriate books. You may also want to bring the stories to life using cuddly stuffed animals and dolls or a set of puppets. Depending on which items and books you choose, you can expect to pay between $500 and $1,600 for your cozy book area. Block play develops the fine motor and spatial awareness that infants need. You will want to keep this learning center stocked with a selection of age-appropriate blocks and stacking toys. Some of the best options for infants are soft fabric blocks, rubber texture blocks, and wooden stacking toys. Because there is such a wide variety of block sets made of vastly different materials, the price can fluctuate between $300 and $500. Every infant loves to imitate the adults in their life, which is why toys like keys, cell phones, and baby dolls are so popular. Dramatic play for infants might not look like complex pretend scenarios, but it is still integral to healthy development. While infants are developing their language skills, engaging them in activities that involve naming objects, expressing emotions, or mimicking sounds can foster early communication abilities. These interactions are precursors to the verbal exchanges found in dramatic play among older children. When investing in items for your infant dramatic play center, you can expect to budget between $400 and $700. For social and emotional development, invest in mirrors and reflective surfaces that help infants discover self-identity, distinguish emotions, and revel in the wonder of watching their movements reflected back to them. There are many items with reflective surfaces available, like sensory reflective balls, a reflection triangle, or a mirrored play table. Make sure the mirrors you choose are infant safe and always shatter-proof. Depending on which reflective objects you choose, you can expect to pay between $600 to $800 for your mirrors. We all know infants love music, and it is a healthy input for social emotional development, creative thinking, and collaboration. Music supplies for infants can include shakers, bells, and rattles that offer a lovely introduction to rhythm. For music supplies, you can expect to budget between $200 to $300. Don't forget about the visual arts in addition to the auditory ones. Art offers infants opportunities to learn about their bodies, explore their world, connect to themselves and others, and actively practice critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Consider what art activities could be age-appropriate. Infants can use non-toxic finger paint and explore kneading and squeezing dough under the close supervision of their teachers to make sure nothing ends up being ingested. Remember, if it is a consumable item like paint or paper, you will need to plan to restock it regularly. For the initial stocking of art supplies in your classroom for 8 infants, you can plan to spend between $400 and $500. You want to stay stocked up on manipulatives that encourage fine motor development, critical thinking, and problem solving. You will want a variety of fine motor toys or manipulative sets that you can rotate in and out of your fine motor and manipulative center. Think of age-appropriate items like sensory fabrics, shape boards, nesting toys, and stacking sets. Altogether, for a class of 8 infants, you can estimate that your fine motor and manipulative center will cost between $300 and $500. Infants from ages 6 weeks up to 12 months go through a wide range of gross motor movements, starting with sedentary activities like sitting up to crawling, scooting, and eventually walking. Choose play items that encourage infants throughout this journey of movement and help to strengthen muscles and improve balance. For both outdoor and indoor play items, you should budget between $1,400 and $1,600. So, how much does a fully furnished infant classroom that serves 8 infants cost? If you add up all of the furniture, essential supplies, and various learning center materials, you will get a ballpark figure of $15,000 to $22,000 for a classroom that exceeds expectations and gives the infants in your care the quality educational foundations they deserve. While this video gives you the knowledge to actively plan for the build of your infant classroom, Kaplan's extensive bank of pre-filled classroom lists gives you the perfect shopping checklist for furnishing classrooms of many different sizes, needs, and ages. If you need a more personalized and exact quote, contact your local Kaplan representative at kaplanco.com/Kaplan representatives. They will help you make selections based on state licensing regulations and best practices so your classroom can thrive.